Hi, I'm John Kaufman. I'm 29 years old, and we live in Frisco, Texas, and this is my wife, Samantha.
We have one daughter, she's 2.5, and we've been coming to Stonebriar since 2012. It's been a wonderful blessing for our family.
We started a relationship that was what Sam thought was deep and loving, and I thought it was too, and in reality it was basked in all sorts of lies and manipulation. I was abusing medication I was prescribed, like Adderall and Xanax for anxiety and Ambien for sleeping. I was taking those constantly and taking more and more. I was lying to Sam and to many others about income that we had made, things that I was spending money on, like cars. I was focused on working 24/7. I was emotionally devoid, not to my own awareness. I truly had very few, if any, emotions, I think.
A couple months after our daughter was born, Jon started detaching. Even in the hospital, he started pushing himself away. The lies that kept coming, and I felt like there was no solution, and I felt like Jon truly just didn't care. I had made it frank to Jon that I was looking for some sort of hope that he was still interested, and he decided to call an ex-girlfriend and go out and party, and so after that, I said, okay, I think it's time that I just, move on.
I met the Kaufmans the first time at the child dedication class that we do, and the more time that we spent together, the further he leaned in. He was shameless about who he would talk to and what he would tell them, and he actually was quite a warrior in what he was going to do in order to fix his family and find God in a way that he hadn't before.
I cannot imagine what it would be like living with me. And when I found Christ on the 27th of July, I remember that vividly, that I was for a few seconds in her skin, feeling what it must have been like. And I remember saying, oh my God, what have I done? And that's when I totally surrendered. And it is a minute-by-minute battle to change 28 years of history of who I was and what I believed I was, and I am every day still in a battle, without a doubt.
A lot of people pray that their problems would stop, and they pray that God would come rescue them. And I've had a lot of alcoholics in particular say, I prayed to God that he would take this away from me. And I woke up in the morning and I drank. And now they're angry at God. And I see a prayer like that, it gets answered when other people are allowed in. The presence of Christ comes through the body of the church.
Yeah, I don't think that Jon and I could have done this alone.
We as a church came around Jon and Sam. We didn't run to their house, we didn't harass them, but there was Marriage Corps. I, as a pastor, had an opportunity to do some marriage counseling with them. Dave Carl had a chance to work specifically with Jon, and so it's not a one point. It was really a beautiful example of the church being the church.
Looking back on how everything played out, hands down, Jon was put in my life to bring me closer to God.
I would not be here without God's grace. It's beautiful to levels that I probably don't even understand yet, and I'm excited to find out more.
What he said.